Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another episode of The Cider Drinker. And on today's episode, I'm kind of going back to a familiar face, although it's got kind of a different colour scheme to it, you could say. Today's cider is Churchwards, but the pear variety. Now, as you know, a few reviews back I did the Churchwards original cider and gave it a slightly above average 6 out of 10. You know, so it's like I said, it wasn't going to win any awards, but it was an okay cider, especially for the price that you paid for it. But is Churchwards pear variety going to be the same? Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? But before that, let me give you some details on Churchwards pear cider. Churchwards pear cider comes in these 568ml bottles, so a good old pint there, just like the original cider that I had earlier. The alcohol percentage is 4.5% volume, so again another standard typical strength for store shelf ciders. Don't know if it's going to be sweet or dry because it doesn't say on the bottle, but I'm sure I'll find out later. And the price, just like the original cider, it is 99p for this pint bottle, so you really can't complain about the price here. So there's the paperwork out of the way. Now this in many ways is very similar to the Churchwards original. Obviously it comes in a green bottle instead of a brown one, but it's got the same old font on the front. It's obviously just got a different colour scheme on it. So really the whole bottle design is pretty much exactly the same as the Churchwards original, just with pears on the front. However, there is a big difference on the back. Now, once again, the description says Churchwards pear cider is cold fermented to give a smoother flavour for maximum enjoyment. Now, again, it says free from artificial colours and flavourings. However, just below the alcohol percentage, it says pear cider with sugars and sweeteners. So already it's going to lose a mark for that, because if you remember, the Churchwards original had no artificial sugars or sweeteners in it. Quite why Churchwards decide to put sugars and sweeteners in their pear variety, I don't know. Well, actually, it's Aston Manor Brewery that decided to do it. Don't know whether you can see that. But yeah, why they decided to put sugars and sweeteners in their pear Churchwards cider and not the original is beyond me. So yeah, already that's going to lose a mark for that. But, you know, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. It might be okay, but you never know. Like I say, bloody good value for the bottle. 568ml, a pint for 99p, so you really can't sniff at that. But, is the taste going to match the price? Well, we're just about to find out. Let's get this bottle top open, shall we? Wow, that was a lively one. Okay, there was absolutely no carbonation from that at all. There was no fizz. That's a bit strange. But anyway, let's just get an old sniff. Oh, my God. That does not smell good. That... oh. Ugh. Dear me, what is that? That does not smell like pears at all. No, that's not pears. That smells like sick. It really does. It smells like vomit. Okay, this doesn't bode well. But you never know, it might just be in the bottle. We'll just see how it smells in the glass. Because we all know what happens with bottles. It gives off its own different smell compared to in the glass. So we'll see what it smells like when I've poured this full pint out. Although first impressions, I've got to say, aren't good. There we go. Just a little bit left in the bottom, but there we are. Well, now that it's in the glass, obviously the bubbles are allowed to be let loose. As you can see, it's a fairly clear pear cider. It has got that slight coloration to it. Not like that other pear cider that I reviewed not too long ago. But let's just see what it smells like in the glass. You never know, it might smell better. Oh. Okay, that smells, it does definitely smells better from what smells I can actually get from this, but there is very slight hints of pears. I'll give it that. So it was obviously the bottle that was just putting it off, but really it smelled terrible in the bottle. But yeah, very little smell coming from the glass, just a very slight hint of pears, so that's kind of raised my hopes up a little bit, but it is all in the taste, so let's see how Churchwards pear cider tastes. And the answer to that is very sweet. Oh, sickly sweet, really. That's you can definitely tell that they've added sugars and sweetness to this. This is a way too sweet cider. It really is. It instantly reminds me of when I reviewed WKD Core all those reviews back, and that was basically like drinking fizzy apple juice. Well, this is exactly the same, except you're drinking fizzy pear juice. It's yeah, I mean obviously it has that pear taste to it, but it's completely overpowered by the sugar, the sugars and the sweetness that they've added to it. So even though you think, oh wow, this does taste really good, you're just getting a completely artificial taste from this. And that's really disappointing, really, because even though, you know, the Churchwards original wasn't going to win any awards, like I said, it was a decent enough cider, and the main thing was they didn't need to add artificial sugars and sweeteners into it to give it that taste. But this is a complete shadow of the Churchwards original. This is not too good, really. Well, I've already had a second opinion, but I'll get a third one. Yeah, like I said, it's just a really sickly sweet taste to it. I mean, yeah, it does taste of pears, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's an artificial flavouring as well. Even though it says it does say it's free from artificial flavouring. So, but like the Churchwards original, it doesn't give you any description on where they got the pears from, what pears they are, if indeed they are pears at all, you know. And yeah, this is just a really disappointing cider, really. I mean, yeah, you know, it was 99p, but it's not on the good end of 99p. It's the real cheap 99p cider. Okay, with all that in thought and everything, I am actually going to go and give Churchwards Pear cider a 3 out of 10. Now, if I was forced to have it again, I would have it. A bit like the WKD Core, you know, but I wouldn't, even for 99p, I wouldn't actually go out and get this again. Really disappointed in that. I was having high hopes with this, that the pear variety would be the same as the apple, but there's no comparison. Okay, so if you are in Lidl, because like I said before, that is the only place you're going to get these ones from, steer clear of Churchwards Pear cider and just get the original. It's so much better tasting, and it has no artificial sugars and sweeteners in it, and so therefore you are getting a pretty much real taste from it, albeit not a real award-winning one. Oh well, that was another episode of the Cider Drinker for you guys. Slightly disappointed with this one, but hey ho, there we go. This is what happens on these things. You just don't know what's going to happen from one bottle to the next, do you? Well, until next time, I'm going to be bringing to you another delicious and tasty cider to you. Hopefully not with all this artificial crap in it, but you never know. Until next time, take care guys.